sitting at 199 goals, looking to break that 200 barrier. He was looking to get it done earlier, couldn't find the third goal in that opening series. Puts one in here. He will break that mark. Him and Alpha will end up pinching the ball downfield and immediately back the other way.
K-Dop, who has, for whatever reason, been criticized a lot this season by the masses, will lead the charge for Team Vitality. Casually just a 3-time world champion. Very peak. All the way downfield, racing back. Here goes Godsmilla up the ladder. And Very Peak at least able to delay a chronic against K-Dop. Not much is getting by him. Now here goes Alpha, trying to recover, got on 4 wheels, did not get the midfield boost and spawned behind him. He could go back and get it, and that half flip's going to help him out as him and K-Dop all the way back to stop what would have been a good counterattack out of BS+CO. A chronic looking for the double.
Whoa!
Very Peak stopped it, but Godsmilla on the doorstep. BS+CO strikes first.
What a play here. A chronic, been an absolute monster since we've seen him come in. Such a great player, able to put a ton of pressure. Bad clear out, and the follow through is there. Godsmilla comes through, gets the finish. So 1-0 early lead here for BS+CO against Vitality squad, who's already 0-1 on the day. They definitely want to come through, get this win, and it's a team that I would probably favor overall in this series, as they've kind of had their way with Godsmilla's squad in their previous 2 meetups. It's hard not to get wins on a team like Vitality, especially when you have somebody like Alpha, who's been so strong this split. Number 6 overall in saves, 11th in assists, and still 25th in goals per game. So just one of the best all-around players, period, in Europe right now.
Oh, that's deflected by Freaky, but not out of the zone. Vitality swarming, and nobody jumped. Nobody could get the read on that ball. It just kind of came out a little awkward. Now they can get on the offensive end as Godsmilla all the way at the back. Right at Alpha. This could be trouble for BS+CO. Vitality starting to get comfortable on the blue half of the field. Very Peak has K-Dop centered, and a little contact in front. Now Alpha's shot denied by Godsmilla. Everybody was forward, and Godsmilla couldn't get around on a shot. Very Peak just got in the way and stopped the transition.
That's not it, Freaky. That's the wrong way. You're shooting at your own net. Got to get that a little higher up the wall. They will be able to clear it out here for the moment. Freaky trying to get past Alpha, but cannot. A lot more midfield presence here than the last series that we watched. Alpha getting up early, time again, underneath. Gonna look to sneak it into that bottom right corner. Love the idea, just couldn't get it there.
Here goes a chronic player who jumped into the limelight this season. Really made a name for himself throughout the spring. Well-deserved spot in the major. Very Peak all the way back downfield. You know, so often we've seen teams that you just kind of assume they'll figure it out. They'll get there. You know, a slow start is fine. That's the vibes you get out of this Vitality squad. Eventually, they'll figure it out. They won't possibly end up at the bottom of the group. Well, when you start off against BDS, you know, you start down there, and then once you're looking up, strange things can happen. BS+CO out to an early lead. Freaky and a chronic. That's going to be well high. And K-Dop has actually kept that right in the middle, but there is Alpha. Nothing behind that shot at all. Trying to create any rebound opportunities. Nothing doing at all for Vitality. It does look like a very disjointed attack for Team Vitality, as Freaky will send that off to the corner, trying to center for BS+CO, and instead it's Alpha. This is their chance to finally get one on. Waterfall down. Very Peak over top of it, and he scores.
Finally able to piece one together, and it's still a little sloppy, right? K-Dop wants to get to the ceiling there and have that jump down. He can't do it. Very Peak ends up having to hit a tough angle. But you're saying Vitality's offense looks a little disjointed. It really doesn't feel like they've been able to find any kind of rhythm. And Vitality is a super heavy rhythm-based team. When they get going, you know, it makes me think of G2s and teams like that on the NA side, where it's just a constant attack once they get that rotation in midfield. They haven't been able to find that yet, but they did manage to tie it up. Right now, my worry is that I'm going to end up in a 6th OT in a row.
Our 8th of the day, perhaps. So Alpha tried to put an end to that. This will ricochet off of Alpha on the way back. A Chronic in the air, ahead of K-Dop. And there is Alpha to calm things down for Vitality. It's been a battle of delay tactics, trying to stop these quick counterattacks. Fairy Peak over a Chronic. Freaky can't get there, and K-Dop may have just won it for Vitality.
K-Dop gets it in off this touch from Fairy Peak, and as we do this, I say Fairy Peak's name, my brain goes back to the stat that I gave out, and I completely missed it. Fairy Peak hits 200 goals on that last one.
Has an assist to help out as well with 10 seconds left now, and BS+CO has to get all the way downfield. A Chronic looking for Godsmilla. He's not there. Though they combined to pinch, that's going to touch down, but not at 0. Fairy Peak trying to play over Godsmilla. Freaky to keep it alive? No. And now a Chronic has to dribble from his own back line, and that makes things even tough for BS Competition. Now K-Dop trying to spike it down. Freaky got it away, and now finally Fairy Peak down to the ground. Team Vitality avoid a scare in game 1.
Able to get away with it. It was a little scary there to start. As you said, the beginning of it really did feel like BS Competition was in control, but as it went on, Vitality again, right towards the end, that final minute and a half was really all Vitality. They took control of the pitch, got some extra shots, got a few through, and able to score that last one. And they ended up going 10 shots, and it really felt like the pacing to start off, it was going to be 5 shots to 5 shots, but Vitality cranks it up a little bit at the end, gets it done. If that carries over into this next game, it worries me for BS+CO. They really are going to need to be able to try and match that speed with Vitality. They can't let them start getting a rhythm. They've got to find a way to break that up. If that continues into this game, the 3rd series might end up just being a Vitality slaughterhouse.
We will see. There's only been 2 games that BS+ Competition has taken off Vitality so far this season, at least in regional and major play. Alpha right at Freaky. Watch the rebound though. K-Dop shot well wide. He had the game winner in game 1 as Alpha got that ahead of Godsmilla, and a Chronic lost control on the side. No boost to work with. Alpha drop down, no, and Freaky's there to save the day. They were lining up for a free shot. Now back the other way. It's a 2-goal swing. Freaky single-handedly gets BS+CO in front.
Able to just beat them out. Vitality's a little too far forward. Alpha won't be able to get there in time. Maybe if he double jumped, he could have touched it, but I think it would have just added power. Could not get there. 1-0. Started off that way, though, in game 1 with BS+CO being the first to strike. Can they hold on to this lead here in game 2? A Chronic with the speed, able to beat through, but can't put it in a spot that anyone can play the ball.
Feeling very similar to our first series.
Miller!
Oh, that's blocked away between Solary and White Demons, where the team that ultimately won didn't lead for very long in the series until game 5 when they finally pulled away, and Solary prevented the reverse sweep from White Demons. Alpha pops over Freaky. And Vitality, a team that, sure, as good as they are, have only led in this series for 12 seconds. Maybe about to go down 2, but Alpha got the clear. Again ahead of Godsmilla. Fairy Peak with a demo. That's got to go in, and it does from Alpha.
All right. Immediate clapback here, Vitality. They take a few seconds, but Fairy Peak opening the way. Allows Alpha to come through and have a free net off that demo. Just over 3 minutes, 30 seconds. Still a lot of time here in game 2. But again, Vitality getting a goal on the board. Not good for BS+CO as they start to feel more comfortable. See them start moving the ball downfield a little more freely.
Hey, you're looking at a team in Vitality that has had plenty of practice throughout this entire RLCS season. Of course, they play literally as long as Team BDS will allow them to play. Here goes Freaky off the back wall for a Chronic. Shots on, easily saved by Alpha. Everybody just kind of stuck flat-footed right on the goal line, but it worked out this time for Vitality, and now they're going to get out of the zone. It's Fairy Peak off to the corner. Alpha coming on. He can score from this angle, but that's easily stopped by Godsmilla.
Up early, Fairy Peak able to beat out Freaky, and that's where Vitality really does so well. Beat out in the midfield, over to Alpha, back into the middle to K-Op. 1, 2, 3, and in.
I don't understand why anybody criticizes this guy. It is the dumbest thing I've read all season. 2-1. K-Dop's got 2 in the series. Fairy Peak looking for another, but he's demolished. Alpha's there, and he slides the shot through. Alpha's got 2 of his own, and Vitality starting to pull away.
Fairy Peak gets demoed, but that smoke ends up distracting Godsmilla just enough, and Alpha comes flying through it to put a shot on net. 2:40 left now, and Vitality starting to take a dominant control as they get an insurance goal on the board. A Chronic with a flip reset. And that one almost punched in by Freaky. Alpha going to have to get out in front of Godsmilla to stop a shot. All 3 in the corner here. Bit of chaos on the line for Vitality. And still in possession of the ball is BS+CO. Finally cleared out to the midfield for a moment.
Oh, Godsmilla in a real tough spot. Needs some help out of Freaky. Alpha got a piece of him. And Fairy Peak just ran out of gas. 1 to beat. A Chronic against K-Dop. And K-Dop stands tall with the Fennec. Godsmilla, just another off the backboard, trying to throw off the defense of Vitality. Many have tried, few have succeeded, and K-Dop will have to clear away. He's past Freaky. Right at a Chronic, though, and he couldn't take him out. Chance now on the counterattack for BS+CO, and Godsmilla is denied at the doorstep by Fairy Peak.
Fairy Peak making use of that wide body of that Batmobile. It may be a little short, but you turn that thing sideways, it can get big. And that shot just off the post and out. A Chronic ever so slightly off target. That one hurts. Should have had that one in on the open net. Godsmilla can't get through Alpha now, and it is just a slugfest here in front of the net. Woo.
Oh, a Chronic! Almost! Oh, so many opportunities on this rally, and finally it looks like Vitality might clear the zone, but the Chronic kept this in, and he's quickly onto this ball. Vitality is still not fully recovered. They're getting starved out a little bit as Godsmilla stays with the play as well. That corner boost will not be there for Alpha. Needs another couple of seconds. It's still not there, and a Chronic can't steal it. Alpha with a clear. K-Dop, or Alpha got the boost. K-Dop got the clear, and then this comes right back into the Vitality end.
Oh!
And the demolition opens it up. Freaky's got him back within 1.
Freaky will actually put it in. That one's not going to hit the woodwork. Hey, a Chronic, this is where it goes. In the net, in the back. Just like that, Freaky brings them back within 1. 42 seconds here left. Stacks, do they have it in them? Can this BS+CO team pull this off? Freaky going to try and get it done immediately off the rip. And Alpha makes the save.
A Chronic right at K-Dop. Not who you want to give the ball to for BS+CO. Godsmilla will try his luck. Him up empty on the side. And Fairy Peak burning a few more seconds off the clock now. A Chronic against Alpha. Got that one through at least. Can Freaky set up a teammate? A Chronic's there. Got around 1, but K-Dop again with a save. Down to 10 seconds. Alpha again wasting time. Nobody from BS+CO. Godsmilla's way downfield if they can get it to him, but they can't. Freaky got a demolition. They have to get this downfield, and Freaky was up, but not up enough. Vitality downs it, and another 1-goal game, this time going to Vitality.
Well, back and forth, BS+CO had a couple opportunities throughout, but not able to execute on them. A couple of those gonna have to look back to Chronic. He just couldn't get the shots on net. 7 shots for him, 13 total for the team versus 6. And Vitality comes away with a .5 shooting percentage, blows the last 2 teams we watched shooting percentage out of the water. As that one went on forever. That might be the highest one I get all day, is up 50%. Got to get those shots on target, though. A couple open nets for a Chronic where he just couldn't finish them off. Those are going to be moments that they look back to if they can't try and start the storyline of the reverse sweep here.
Well, we nearly saw a reverse sweep to start the day. White Demons came up short against Solary. Now another, well, this time, all French team try to get the job done in just 3 games. Now in Vitality. Fairy Peak drive immediately swatted away by Freaky. Got another demolition. Fairy Peak has been a menace on the BS+CO half of the field.
Oh,
2
what a
on
pass.
2, and it's K-Dop and Fairy Peak, the best duo we've ever seen do it again.
K-Dop comes through, gets Freaky to respect the fact that he has the opportunity to take that shot. That little bait a lot of the times is used to get that defender to come forward, to then try and either soft touch over, punch it under, do something with it. And instead, he baits him right into making that move to try and get in and block whatever it's going to be, and he just sends it around. Great execution to open up that play. Godsmilla with a good touch there in the midfield to not let that one get into their back line, and they'll be able to stay for the moment. But Fairy Peak with boost to spend will be there to 50 through Freaky, and Godsmilla will pick it up.
Lob by Godsmilla. Freaky trying to center for a Chronic, trying to get everybody involved in the play. And BS+COMPETITION come up empty this time. Godsmilla to the backboard, easily cleared by Alpha. All the way across. Fairy Peak got the boost and avoided the demo. That's going to help out Vitality immensely as K-Dop's got the clear. Fairy Peak streaking down the field, and Godsmilla jumped in front, jump in the passing lane, and now here goes BS+CO. Off the back wall, and Fairy Peak all the way back to make the clear.
Godsmilla now getting up early, getting up quick. He's been there quite a few times throughout the series to kind of make those quick jumps in the midfield or make that save on the back line. Up again early here, makes another touch. Gonna go ahead and come off that one as a Chronic calls him out. Freaky to the corner. Can he go up again? No, doesn't have the boost. He's gonna have to turn off of it as his teammate got demoed off the field. They'll have to slow down for just a moment. Bit of awkwardness, too far forward, and down the field it goes. Alpha punishes.
That is unfortunate out of BS+COMPETITION. Again, they have been trying to press the issue against Vitality, and it worked out early in the series. They were hanging around with them, but Vitality starting to pull away, and that sense of urgency might start turning into a little bit of desperation. K-Dop right down the middle, and Godsmilla with a save. Follow-up opportunity almost went in off the corner, and Freaky has the big clear, but you look at how far ahead BS+CO is not on the Vitality half of the field. It's taken them a little too long to get down there, and they have to be hesitant against this high-power Vitality attack. K-Dop with a save. Falling into his net. A Chronic can't force it past Alpha. Godsmilla will try his luck. K-Dop couldn't go up for it. Alpha used what little boost he had. They don't have much to work with, but Alpha's got a full tank now, and he can get to this.
Oh!
No, it's missed by a Chronic. Godsmilla just wide. Something's got to give. Oh my goodness, they hit everything except the net.
How does Vitality stand through that? They were so low boost for so long. Constant attacks, one after another, and it comes down the other end, and the third goal goes the way of Vitality. They are in control here. They are standing up tall, Stacks.
Wow. After all that attack, it's just like, you know how the bully in the schoolyard just puts his arm out and puts a little kid's head in his hand, and the little kid's just flailing his arms trying to punch at him, and he just can't reach him? That's Vitality with BS+CO right now. They got BS+CO's best shot, and they weren't phased one bit.
Alpha
now. Trying to get out of the zone. They gave it away. Finally, one goes in from a Chronic. The long road back begins here for BS+CO.
The Woodwork hero finally puts one and utilizes it to get it back in. Bounces off of just about everything other than the left post before going through. A Chronic on the board with one.
Well, it had to happen sooner or later, right? And they do it again.
K-Dop.
And again and again.
They clear downfield. Godsmilla in the mid. And just flying high. You can see that they're just chasing the ball. Everybody spending a ton of boost on the side. of BS competitive. Freaky can't get a piece as he kind of gets faked off. He was just expecting that defender to at least touch the ball. Man. They get the one.
This is trouble. That Freaky's got to start it right now for BS+CO, and it is so tough to come back against this Vitality squad. Very few teams in Europe especially, but in the world, play better ahead than Team Vitality. They just do not blow leads. Here goes K-Dop. Looking for a little insurance. Instead, just play it where they ain't. Look at how much boost BS+CO has to burn if they just want to stay near the ball. Down to 45 seconds now as Alpha backboard couldn't get the double, and this is the opportunity. A Chronic out of the corner. Only K-Dop to beat, and he couldn't get the shot off. And back the other way it goes. Freaky has to range back into his own net, and now Vitality's on the attack again. BS+CO watches so much time go off the clock for no effect. Godsmilla for Freaky, and again, K-Dop is there. Every time, Supersonic, Vitality have an answer, and frustration sets in right at the end. A Chronic with a missile blocked by Alpha. 4 seconds left, and that desperation heave from Godsmilla spells the end. Team Vitality finally give us a quick series. It is 3-0 as they finally get on the board in Group A.
Chronic tries to find one right at the end just to get it done. Cannot get through, and that one will come to a close. Vitality take it down in 3. That is much quicker than the last series we were on, or at least that I was on. I know you got to sit back and watch it, but feels kind of nice to have a quick one. Vitality 3-0 it quick, and that's it. That was just well executed. Vitality's defense, they just stood strong. They withstood an onslaught there for I don't know how long, and then turned it into a goal. If you can stand tall in those moments and keep your composure and then turn it around downfield and make a goal, that is a scary team. Vitality may have taken a loss to BDS, but everybody else in the group, you better be awake, because Vitality, they sped up big time there at the end.
They did, and Vitality, I think, was starting to kind of feel the pressure early on. BS+CO got a couple of early goals on them, and then Vitality became Vitality again. And yeah, I think they kind of looked at the standings and saw, hey,
no,
a little
that's
close.
not how this is gonna go.
Exactly. So Team Vitality goes to 1-1 in the group. And there's still plenty more action as we roll on. Hey, we're finally going to get to see, I believe, BDS coming up very, very soon here. We got a double header of Team BDS throughout the day. They've got Team Queso coming up as our coverage continues right after this.